And we are tuned in, locked in live. Welcome back to Degen Fantasy, back in the building. Excited to see everyone in here. Filling in, back on fucking Twitter. We're ready to go. Dan, doesn't it feel great just to be back on Twitter in general?
We made it. You know what I mean? They tried to shut us down because you wanted to broadcast the whole entire NHL game to the world. And you know what? They couldn't do it. Look at you. You skirted the system. We're back on. Look at you.
Yeah, so it was a day where, we kind of felt like I keep looking over here since we're on monitors. A day where we kind of felt like I wonder if we can check in live on the game. Like, it's a sports betting show. We tail on it, and then just for some reason I had the dumb thought, hey, let's just check in live on the Pens and act like nothing's gonna happen. And, something kind of happened, and I was not able to. Yeah, they completely shut us down. So that was not something I was happy about, but super excited for today, correlating to. We got a guest here. Shout out to the youngest brother of the three Savo brothers who make films and double down and do a lot of cool stuff. And Mark's like, grab it up here because I'm going to sit here and tell everyone that I don't.
Wait for my intro, buddy. Keep it going.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to give him a nickname because, it's Rocky Prop, Rookie Bet, Chef Rocky. It's double down there. This is young fuckboy right here.
Whoa.
What a solid nickname for him.
Teach young boy.
What is this?
I like, you know what? I like goes with Christ. That's my nickname for him. Goes with Christ.
Yeah, it doesn't really go
chaos to Christ.
So, Mark, real quick. So, as we're getting into this, like, what do you know about sports betting in general, like, broadly?
I'll tell you what, guys. I know jack shit about sports. I don't know anything about gambling. I'll tell you what. One time we were in Miami. I went to the strip club, and I'm cheap when I go to the strip club, right? So I had left with like my wads of singles, right? I had like it was $200 in all singles, so it was thick. So I bring it to the gambling floor, and Rocky comes up. He puts like $5 in a machine and pulls it down and wins like 800. So I figured if I got all these singles from the strip club and I just play slots, I will win some money. And I lost it all, Rocky.
Yeah, because the gambling at the casino is so much different from gambling with sports betting. And, Mark knows the basics about sports, whether it's like mostly hockey, obviously.
What a fucking story. What a lovely story. That was such a rough story. What the fuck?
It's like, I'm a child of God, but here's my degenerate moment of the week.
Hey, that was before I was saying, look,
maybe I'm on a bunch of drugs. Maybe I'm drunk. You never know what's happening.
If we can bet on the return of Jesus, I'd be a rich man, I'll tell you.
Hey, you would know that date in here. That's right here, guys. Because God's always with us, and I want everybody to know that. And this stream and this channel is now becoming a godly channel. Okay, no more betting.
We're betting on
tomfoolery. We're betting on the revival of Christ.
Don't get it twisted, guys. God wants you to place these parlays. Okay, so tailing into that, Mark. So like, you want to get into sports betting, you want to be able to make some money. I want to show you kind of like what it's like to, you prep your picks, and we do a lot of pick prepping on the show. And so here's a slate of picks that Dan all picked. One of those were in there by accident, so we removed it. But like, if you were to have placed all these picks, you would have cleanly hit and cleaned up however much you bet into it. So in correlation to working with us, not a bunch of idiots on the internet, like, there's a profitable spot, but you have to do it smart. And that's what Dan has taught me, as in like guruing me into becoming a profitable sports bettor. So there's things that we'll touch on to teach you a little bit more in depth as we move forward, because just like how I got you into fantasy, you just got to stay on top of it. And it's a mature thing. So if we're going to teach you how to do this, you got to maturely do this, because he's of age to do it. But knowledge wise, you don't really know much about sports.
Okay. So here is the main goal here. This is our we're going to take somebody that doesn't know shit about sports, doesn't follow shit. He starts off with $20 in FanDuel, and we're going to try to take him up to $1,000. That's our fucking main goal here. We're going to try to work his fucking bankroll up to 1,000.
I like the sound of that.
That's the main goal. That's what we want. So every stream, we'll come back. We'll have a little fucking, what are you up today? And I guarantee you, at the end of the month, end of next month, sorry, we're almost at the end of March. At the end of next month, he'll have $1,000 on that account. Guaranteed.
Yeah, so this is what we're going to do
Double
for
down
today's
guarantee.
show. So for today's show, we're going to be rolling in a format going forward. I'm going to display it a little bit here. It's going to cut off Mark for a second, but we're really going to stay with a list of topics going into what's hot, covering games, how the picks went last night. The topic of the day, today's topic of the day is helping a new sports bettor. And then our bets for tonight, we're going to get into before 7 comes around so you guys can lock them in as soon as possible. Really quick, guys, make sure link is now in the description. We just launched our Degen Fantasy Discord. Shout out to Double Down Dan for that. And people are already flooding into it. We're giving away all free picks. It's all of our picks and in more detail than we can give out on YouTube and TikTok, and more picks that we can really fit into a stream and a TikTok.
Can I say something?
What?
Can I say something?
Yeah.
I made my FanDuel name. You guys are giving nicknames, I noticed here, and they sound really cool. My FanDuel name is Bend_over. So I'm thinking my nickname could be Bend Over Bets.
Yeah, bend over bets is pretty solid. That's pretty good. Run that. That's good.
He
All
said
right,
bend over bets. So that's perfect. So Mr. Bend Over Bets over here is probably going to get railed by DraftKings tonight because he's not going to listen to it.
No, what the fuck? Don't put that on him right now.
If he
needs all the good juju right now. I'm over here saying we're taking to 1,000. You're like, oh, he's gonna fucking lose everything.
No, but he's
What is that? What he just said? I can't hear correctly.
Yeah, basically,
he is a man of juju. So if I put any discourage in him, he'll freak out. But no, Mark, listen, we'll get into that for the topic tonight when we get to it. Follow it correctly and tail into it, and you will thoroughly enjoy your betting experience, and maybe you can figure out how to do it. Going into that, Dan, give me a little recap of how your picks have gone the last 2 days, and then we'll show up like what we've hit on.
Dude, really solid. I have literally been spinning bonus money for everybody into more money. So I'm working on my mom's couple accounts right now that I have for her. I already fucking withdrew quite a bit for her. Fucking everybody I know that's on this legalized gambling shit down here is just asking me for fucking advice. Just get me on here, make me some money. It's been great, man. We're sitting on a ticket right now that I think is going to be – I'm pretty sure it's going to fucking hit. It's USC women's basketball, like plus 3,000 to win the championship. We all have $25 free bets to win $750 on that shit. There is no stopping this fucking USC women's basketball team. They are going to come and fuck some shit up. And I think, and listen, fucking Kobe Bryant's wife, late fucking widow, is at every one of these games because that's where her daughter was supposed to go was USC. A couple of her friends that she played with play on this team. They got the spirit of goddamn Kobe coming down to play with them every fucking night. The Juju Watkins is crazy. This chick is so fucking good at basketball. The team's really tight. They have literally nothing standing in their way at all. They could beat UConn, no problem. Like, no fucking problem. So that's the big ticket right now. I got everybody I know on that fucking ticket, including myself. Yeah, when that hits, we're fucking going wild.
Yeah, Mark, I don't know if you really comprehend. Sorry, I'm just getting my Bovada ready because when Mark starts placing in picks together for the show, I'm going to tail because I haven't had a chance to do it.
Shut up.
Mark,
Sorry.
I don't think you really ever got to fully watch like Kobe Bryant, understand like how important he was to basketball. That is such a huge travesty to like happen to the sports world in general. And I can't remember anything that's somewhat even similar to that, like such an icon passing away like that. Regardless, though, that's one of the clips you sent me too, so we'll get into that in a little bit. Real quick, let me get into the recap of the picks and how they went. I wish I can like find a way to display these without like totally cutting everybody off. I love this display. That's perfect. So really quick, let's go into the picks last night. This was this the correct picks last night? I think it is.
Why'd
Actually,
your voice go up so high? Your voice just went up like
Dan,
10
look at me,
fucking
Dan.
octaves.
I'm betting you, bro. I'm betting Dan right now.
Focus up. We got picks to recap. Tighten up, everybody. Jesus Christ.
All right, so I'll tell you what we hit on real quick. So for some reason, the wrong graphics loaded up. So last
You
night,
have mine loaded up right on there.
Oh, I do have yours loaded up right on there. Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Dan, break these down. How these went.
Yeah, this was easy. Actually, fucking Nemhard had fucking 19 assists and 5 rebounds. So we cleared that line easy. Baycott had 17 points. That was easy. We hit that in the first half, I believe. And then DJ Burns ended up with like 35 points, rebounds, and assists. So literally, it was the easiest fucking plays. They all hit almost first half.
Real quick, I don't know if you heard about this. Breaking news: Shohei Ohtani is under investigation for sports gambling.
Yeah. Okay. So, real quick, because I have all the details on this shit. So Shohei has he has an interpreter that like helps him obviously like in the dugout with the team. So it's like seamless. So he's like, hey, whatever, saying his shit. He can talk to his teammates. The other day it comes out that his account wired $4.5 million to an illegal sports betting operation. And he blamed it on his interpreter, who's like his childhood friend. Like, but the interpreter's still in the fucking dugout with everybody. Like, they're still chill. Interpreter talked to the team, still works for the Dodgers. But he's saying, like, this guy stole $4.5 million from me. And now they're all like, okay, maybe this is not what it seems. They think that it's possible that Shohei has been gambling, like betting on sports.
For context, Mark, Shohei Ohtani is the best baseball player on earth right now.
His last contract was $701 million for 10 years.
So is it illegal for like players in like
it's illegal
league sport to bet?
Any sort of professional athlete in any sort of the big four leagues, hockey, baseball, football, basketball, anyone that bets is immediately fucking like done. Like they're usually not allowed back in the league, or they're like suspended for a year. And this is like the second coming of Babe Ruth. Yeah. Like he pitches and he's like an amazing pitcher, and he fucking hits home runs all day. It's crazy, dude. So yeah, fucking possibly this generation's Babe Ruth might be fucked because he's been gambling on sports.
Mark, the equivalent of it is if LeBron James was sports gambling on his own games. And basically, it's highly frowned upon. There was a college kid we broke down, Keyshawn Booty, bet like he placed like 110 bets a day every day for like 6 months straight, and he was a college football player, and he would like bet.
He was up like 200K. He was up like 200K.
Have you guys seen Uncut Gems?
Dan will not watch it.
Why not?
I just don't want to talk about this movie right now. Guys, don't get me upset. I don't want to be upset this early on in the stream. 13 minutes in. We're fucking 13 minutes in. You want me to start yelling?
I'm my Uncut Gem shit.
All right. Well, yeah, you can be Adam Sandler all you want. That's fine. But we're going to actually make money on this fucking podcast and not lose money, okay? That's not the goal. We're here to make money.
So real quick, so while we're recapping picks really quick. So the other night, Dan hit on NCAA. And what I throw out on TikTok, and now will be straight in your phone on Discord whenever you want it. If you join, link in the bio, all our picks. I am just on TikTok. This is a combination of Dan and I throwing out picks. Mark, I don't even know if you know this. I am 138 and 44 on my TikTok picks.
Dang.
That is 76.02% for my hit rate. I've seen other people on TikTok, dude. Their percentage is like 47%, 37%. It's fucking insane.
You should be able to pay me back that money you owe me, no problem.
Okay, beautiful. Actually, I could. Anyway, but that correlates to like the last night of picks that I just gave out. I went 14-2. Hockey shots. Eichel over 3.5 hit. Bedard over 3.5 hit. Rodriguez over 1.5. He hit. He had 5 shots. He should have missed because he can go fuck himself. And Alex DeBrincat hit. He had 5 shots. And then I went undefeated on my NBA picks. So absolute slew of just bang, 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 making money.
Yep.
So nights like that, Mark, will correlate into Dan taught me how to play straight bets, and I've noticed that when I kind of veered away from straight bet means you don't have a list of them. You just have one.
I do have a for real question for y'all, though. So like, I don't know a lot about sports. I play a little bit of hockey, but if I were to bet on it, you'd probably do better than I am. The one sport I'm very brushed up in and know about and have betted on before in the past is UFC fights. So how different is it betting on UFC fights than betting on fights than like a game?
It's not. That same process I took you through to bet on that basketball game is the same 3 lines you'll get for a UFC fight, but you'll have like props. Like you can bet. Like the other day I was betting winners on like when the fight would end and how it would end and shit like that. So you can really break it down to like the molecule level and bet like how he's going to do it. Is it by knee bar in the second round? Like you're playing a game of goddamn Clue. Mm-hmm. But you can you can really especially with the MMA selection now, the UFC has all the lines that you possibly want on all of these legal sports books. So you'll be good to go.
Yeah, and Mark, to teach you into that too, Dan's been hitting a lot on UFC on this thing called Fantasy Score. So basically, in the same way how we were playing fantasy football, and a touchdown 7 points, and every yard is a half a point, and that's how your guy earns points to beat everybody. They do the same thing for UFC, so it can be strikes, takedowns, all these different things get you a certain amount of points. And Dan is fucking nasty on it. Let me see if I have your UFC display card up here.
I think I've tipped 9 of them, and they've all hit.
Yeah, I think you're 6-0 so far.
Oh, maybe that. Okay.
On the picks that you put out. So before actually we get into the topic of the day, which is fully getting Mark enveloped into bets for tonight and processing and progressing and documenting his process of how he's coming up from, because he's starting with $20. I want to give out the picks that we have for tonight. I have Dan's picks for NCAA March Madness. If you don't know what March Madness is, Mark, that is college basketball. That is really big. Let me move us over real quick. And these are the two picks Dan's rocking with for tonight.
Yeah, these are spots that I really like for these teams. This is women's college basketball. This is March Madness for them as well. Juju Watkins will go over this by at least 8. I would assume Kansas is very weak, and she's very good. Diasha Fair is on right now, so might unfortunately miss that one, but that should clear quite easily as well. So
for both of those games versus UConn and Syracuse, and then Kansas and USC, is there anyone you would like either take live or you think would win the game?
Syracuse was plus 20.5. I think that's absurd. They're playing their best ball right now. I took that as well. So if you can get them plus 20.5 right now, I think the game's tied in the second quarter. Any plus number over 10, I'd take on Syracuse right now.
Yeah. So any new sports bettors, take this as as we follow along with Mark. If you want the bare bones knowledge, we're going to give that to him as well, because I don't think he really understands money line and the straight up stuff and all the different ways we can break it down. So we'll get to that in a minute. NBA picks. I'm going to show you my picks, Dan, and I want to hear your feedback on it, as well as what you think. So here's what I got for the game. Let me make us a little bit bigger so you can see us. There's a good slate of lopsided games tonight. So Hornets, Cavs. I took Cavs, and I'm pretty sure you'll agree with most of these. Knicks, Pistons. I took Knicks. Wizard, Bulls. I took the Bulls, and then Rockets, Trailblazers. I took Rockets. Basically, Mark, all these are is just picking the winner of each game. And it's probably the easiest way to sports bet. You can also do it as money line. It's a different way of looking at it, and there's different odds you can bet on. But Dan, what do you think of these picks?
Cavs, Knicks, Bulls. I actually have a parlay locked in already with the Cavs, Knicks, and Bulls. So I like those three. And the Rockets should win easily. I don't see any play I'm not comfortable with here.
Yeah, so this slate of games is targeting teams that need wins, and based on their last 5 games, where they are statistically, and who's coming off a loss, who's coming off a win. And to break it down easy for Mark, the teams that we took to lose on the top 3 happen to also be the 3 worst teams in the league. The easiest way to explain that to you is there's 82 games in an NBA season, and each one of these teams has not even won over 20 games throughout the entire season. There's probably 25 games left. So this is great spots for those picks. And then the rest of the other side of the slate, I know the Clippers are also playing a good matchup as well. Celtics over the Hawks. Nets over the Raptors. Raptors fucking actually came back. Raptors choked the Wizards the other night. Suns, Spurs, and we're going to go Suns. And then Mavericks, Jazz, we're going to go Mavericks. Any disagreements or things you want to chat on about that?
No, I agree with all of them. I'd be careful of that Suns-Spurs game, but that's it.
You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah, Suns are still coming back from being banged up a little bit, but I think it's a great spot. If I would put a parlay together, which I'm going to with Mark here in a little bit, I'm going to go Celtics. I am going to go Cavs, Knicks, Bulls. Yeah, I'd go Cavs, Knicks, Bulls, Celtics as a 4-leg, and I feel like the Celtics are on a heater and the Hawks really can't compete. And then light slate of hockey tonight, but Dan's favorite player of all time. He's got signed jerseys from him.
JT Miller, yeah, love him.
Yeah, he's got pictures of him on his wall. It's Jack Eichel over 3.5.
No, it's not Jack Eichel, you piece of shit. How dare you?
Jack Eichel, though, has been on a fucking tear. I've been riding him. He's hot. William Karlsson, same team with Vegas. There's only 2 NHL games tonight. Take both of them for over 2.5 and 3.5. And then JT Miller versus LA. He's hit 4 out of the last 5 games, and he's hit by smashing this line of 2.5. He's at 7, 6, and 5 in his last 3 games. Mark, all of these are shots on goal. So basically, you just got to get it on net or score. So
Okay.
like I can take this bet on you in hockey. So say if you got on the ice and I said, I bet Mark will get 4 shots tonight. It just can't hit the post or miss the net. That's it.
Has to hit the goalie.
Has to hit the goalie or go in the net, and that's a shot on goal. So basically, you can just see who gets the amount of shots, or you can take under, so we'll get that too. And then other than that, those are the wrap-ups for the picks tonight. So really lock in on these one more time. It's on TikTok. It's in our Discord, and you can really break these down and look into it if you want to check them out. And also at the same token, fucking TikTok's there as well. So there's always streams to get our content and get our picks. But other than that, we're going to ride into class being in session, because I've been through this class before. And listen, let me tell you, usually, you sit down in fucking driving school or high school, whatever the case may be, and you're like, fuck, this is boring. Double Down Dan should do a college fucking Fiverr course talking about how to be a sports bettor, because not only does he do it in the safe way, he does it in the smart, productive way and the fun way to be able to make you the most amount of money, and also just teach you how to be smart so you're not, one, a degenerate fucking like sick gambler that needs to call the gambling hotline, and two, so you can deposit once. Mark, I deposited $150 my first time, and I have never redeposited since.
And how much have you taken out?
I've taken out $1,700 today, and I've made $1,000 every month, and there's $1,000 in my account right now. $1,171.
He has $1,100 in his account, and he's taken out $1,700. We've been doing this podcast for 3 months now.
Mark, you know what happened? The first time I took out $1,000, I threw it on the UI bill because we were so far behind. I had $55 left. In 4 days, I had $1,000 again. Isn't that fucking insane?
It is insane. I just find it funny how like you're winning all this money gambling and then you're late on the UI.
I mean, but listen, Mark, listen, I bought Space Heater.
Like, I don't want you guys to be a degenerate gambler. My UI bill's not paid, but I'm gambling.
Hey, do you want to win money or you want to not win money? I don't understand.
Mark, listen. The $150 wouldn't have covered the UI bill, but the fucking money I made off of Sidney Crosby did.
Goddamn right.
I want to look up the you guys keep talking. I'm gonna look up the next UFC fights are coming up, and I know that there's a fight that I want to bet on because I like fights. Like I want to bet on Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia.
I don't know.
All right, so that is you can bet on those, but that's like first piece of advice that I always give. If you have a fucking sport that you do watch, that you do pay attention to, bet that sport. Like that's the sport you want to start with, and then you can kind of dabble into anything else. But if you have a good knowledge of fighting, that's where we're going to start, okay? Because that means you understand who should win, who should lose, how they win normally. Like if I gave you Sean O'Malley versus fucking Marab or whatever the fuck, you would know how each of those guys could win, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so that's where you stick with. So we'll work on that first. I'm actually generally usually quite shitty at betting MMA, but recently have been doing very well. I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Well, I mean, for those who don't know, Dan just sent me a link and I signed up for FanDuel, and I guess you get a bonus, and I only put $10 in. So like I literally only put $10 in just to preference where this is at and where it could go.
Right.
So they FanDuel gives you how much when you sign up?
So when you're a new customer, I believe you get 200 or 250 in free bets. If you're referred, you get an extra 50 on top of it.
And when does that come?
Usually it comes after that bet that you placed is settled.
After the game plays.
After the game ends, then you'll get all your bonus money that you would normally get. So you got to wait a little bit. I think that Gonzaga game goes off at 7. Not a big deal. Tonight's slate, not like my favorite slate of all time, to be quite honest with you. Mondays are usually kind of weird. Yeah. But yeah, so we'll ride that out. Gonzaga is going to be Utah. And then you'll have that money on top of the whatever bonus money they give you on top of it. So then that'll come to you in like bonus bets. You'll be able to place that and shit like that. But
so if I bet $10 on that, it says for me to win $9. So then does that mean I keep my 10 and I have 19?
Yeah, basically yes. So if you win, you return 19, and then it goes on. Depending on the odds, it'll go up or down or shit like that. But if you're gonna bet like let's say you're gonna bet a parlay, usually you're going to bet 5 to win like 30, or it has to be like multiple things happening. But
yeah,
go ahead.
So, Mark, we're going to break down bare bones a little bit. So there's something called a parlay and a straight bet. So basically, it's the amount of legs you can do. Real quick before we continue, we got 22 people on Twitter, 15 on Instagram, and I don't know how many on YouTube. Guys, check out the Discord for Degen Fantasy. All our bets, all our picks, any questions you have, any breaks down, please, it's new. Join, check it out. It's all free bets. Anyway, I'm going to show you this graphic we've had for quite some time, and I'm going to find a quick little display that we can pop it up in.
While he's trying to find that, I do want to fucking tell you, everybody that's watching right now, there's not another podcast that's handing out free fucking picks like this that are hitting. So don't be fucking stupid. Like, get in the fucking Discord, get our picks, get them daily, and fucking place them and win some goddamn money. That's all I'm going to say.
It's a way where we could be able to fully get access to everything that we're doing, and you can fully be transparent with us and ask questions and be able to communicate with us about any picks or anything we do. Teaching wise though, Mark, I've had this display for a while and I use it every once in a while when we're talking, but I'm glad I have you here so we can break it down. So this is a teaching tool that we've used to really break down what parlays are and your odds of winning and why you have to be careful and where you can capitalize on. So a straight bet is what you just took. You're like, I will take Gonzaga to win. That is all the way to the left. You have a 50% chance of hitting that bet. Either they're going to win or they're going to lose. It's very simple. It's like flipping a coin. Based on any added knowledge, you can have an advantage and you can have an idea of how you think the game's going to go. But where you make a lot of money is the 2-leg, 3-leg, 4-leg, and beyond parlay. So parlays is where there's multiple straight bets together and they all have to be correct to get your payout and to make money. That being said, if you place one straight bet, you place $10 to win 9. Straight bets are going to be a smaller payout, but they're safe.
So how often are these things you hitting or like 2, 3, 4-legged bets? Do you guys mostly straight bet?
I'll let Dan lay it up and let me answer it like this. So what you want to do mainly is you want to research your picks. That's what we do. And then you start building out what you like. Mainly, you want to place smaller straight bets on your favorite picks to cover any of your costs. So say if I place a $25 straight bet on Gonzaga to win and my payout is $17. That is my background coverage for. So now I'm going to place a $17 4-leg parlay to see if it hits. If only one of those legs misses, you don't make any money. They all have to be correct. But if I place a straight bet coinciding with it, it'll be able to save me. So like if I hit the straight bet, I'll get $17 and I'll cover my losses from the 4-leg parlay. Dan, kind of explain this a little bit better because I think you're better at explaining it.
Okay, so generally you're going to take your favorite plays, you're going to put them in like a 3 to 4-leg parlay. You're going to put like, let's say at your current bankroll, you put like 5 to 20 on that fucking 4-leg, and then you would boil that down to 3 legs as well. You put a little bit more on the 3-leg. Then you take your 2 favorite plays, you put a little bit more on that, and then you take them all straight. So that way, if you miss whatever, generally you're going to miss 1. If you miss 1, you're still collecting like 3 parlays, and on top of it, your straight bets too. So you're kind of doubling up. Now, if you lose 3 legs, but you place 1, you place the 4 straight bets, you're going to hit 1. It'll mitigate the losses. So that's all you're trying to do. Like basically the only thing you're trying to do is stay in the game, not have to redeposit. That's my main goal, is to never redeposit. It's to always have something in there so I don't have to put more money in. So I always do a lottery, like a lotto ticket is what you kind of call it, your 4-leg parlay. That's like a couple things that might not happen, couple things that will happen. You put them together, you get great odds.
But what I'm kind of sorry to cut you off. What I'm kind of getting from this is like as I'm getting seasoned in betting and sports betting, I feel like it'd be like good to start off with straight bets because it's a higher percentage, though. No.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's what I always preach. You start with the straight bets. That's the majority of what you have in your bankroll. That's what we call it, what you have in your gambling account. And then you just take, like I said, $5 to $20. You put it on a 4-legger, you put it on a 3-legger, and then like 25 to 30 on each play that you play straight. That way you're not losing. You're always winning.
Mark, picture it like this. Remember we were playing roulette in Vegas with the holders?
Mm-hmm.
On roulette, you can either play red or black. That's like a straight bet. It's either 50% chance that one of them is going to hit. And then when you start going into the numbers, that's like basically like the 2 leg, 3 leg, and 4 legs. Basically, a straight bet is 1 leg. And every time you add another bet to it, or you add another leg, that's a 2 leg. So if you do 2 straight bets together, that's a 2 leg. So what Dan is saying is he'll place a straight bet, he'll place a 2 leg bet, and a 3 leg bet. So there's 3 bets that he has out and active, not all of them together. So it's separately. And this green representation is to show people the percentage you have likely to hit. So like 6 legs, you have an 8.3% chance out of 100 to hit all 6 legs and make your profit off it. It happens sometimes it hasn't. So the more legs you add, the lower your odds decrease. So like your bread and butter is 2 legs, 3 legs, and straight bets. And then when you feel like you're very confident about it, you can add a 4 leg, a 5 leg. I've hit a lot of 4 legs, a lot of 5 legs, and a lot of 6 legs, but I've hit way more on 3 legs, 2 legs, and 1 leg. That's not to overcomplicate it, but basically it's just kind of like putting different things that you're predicting to happen into one little ticket to fully maximize your opportunity and fully maximize your bankroll. Because if you place a 4 leg parlay and you say, hey, I bet you all 4 of these things are going to hit, if you put $5 down, the book will say to you, damn, that's a lot of legs. So we're going to give you more money as an inclination to take this bet. Because the odds are that if someone offered you a bet and they said, hey, this bet has 16% chance of hitting, you're going to take their money. Because the book wants you to lose. Basically, that's the one thing you always got to remember. The book wants you to lose so they can collect your money. They don't want to pay you. So the shittier odds they can give you, they'll bait you in with a higher payout. Like, would you rather place a bet that's $10 to win 9, or would you rather place a bet that's $10 to win 2,000?
2,000.
The thing about the 2,000 one is it's so unlikely to hit that reason why it says they'll pay you $2,000 is because they make so much money off of everyone placing these bets that there's no likelihood that you will hit in general. To slow down and reel it back, it is 6:45. I'm going to get on my phone and I'm going to start building parlays with you. I could probably almost build it on Bovada. Let me see if I can pull up my Bovada.
Yeah, but I can't really do anything without my bonus money hitting after this game.
Yeah, he's got to wait. We just treat this like a precursor, and then tomorrow you kind of hit it. But once you get that bonus money in, we can start kind of fucking slicing and dicing, and that's what we'll do. We'll just keep hitting it until you got something.
Yeah, so just feel it out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hop on my Bovada and I'm gonna
How many times do you guys shoot and miss?
So let me tell you something. So because Dan is so unbelievably smart at this, and because I have a vast amount of hockey knowledge, he has really taught me how to do it in a correct way. So Mark, I'm hitting 76% of the time. Do you know what that means? That means every time I place 10 bets, 7 of them will hit and 3 of them will probably miss. But professional sports bettors, Dan, take it from there.
All right. So basically, when you're a professional sports bettor, you want to hit 58% of the time. So almost 6 out of 10 you want to hit. And you're going to make money. Like you're going to, like, depending on how well you control your bankroll, you're going to make money hitting 58% of the time. We're hitting obviously significantly higher right now. So yeah, like he's saying, almost 8 out of 10 of our bets will hit. So yeah, like we're not in the business of losing. That's not like what we do. That's a lot of people get on here and they're in the business of like trying to be better than they are. And then they fuck people out of thousands of dollars. We're not. We're giving away free picks and they're all hitting most of the time. But you're also going to have nights that are not great. Like you're going to have nights where you take a hit. But if you're smart and you control the bankroll and you're taking straights and you're taking parlays, you're never going to lose as much as you fucking win. That's it. Yeah. So it's all about just mitigating those losses. Listen, today you take a breath. You're going to fucking check your account later, and Gonzaga's already going to have won. You'll be very excited. You have that 19 in there, plus the 300 or 250 bonus bets you're going to get, and then we'll start building the fucking bankroll from there.
Yeah, so yeah, Mark, I'm going to share my Bovada with you. This is what I sports bet on, and you will be able to see exactly my process. So really quick, let me display this. Perfect. Okay, so I'm going to drop that down. And yeah, so this is Bovada. Okay, this is one of the books I use. So I have $1,160 in my account, and I'm going to go to sports and start filling out my parlay. So I like using something called Prop Builder. Okay, so Dan's going to guide me through this as well as like narrate it as we go. Basically, what a prop builder is it is the equivalent to it's equivalent to like letting you access every sport instead of just using one sport. You paying attention?
Mm-hmm.
This motherfucker ain't okay. Cool. So
I'm taking notes.
Okay, cool. Okay. So I'm going to go to the NBA. So what prop builder lets me do is it lets me use NBA and NHL all on the same bet. So this is NCAA. I'm going to go to NBA and I'm going to go to game markets because this is where I like trying to find ones that are just to win. Basically, all you're doing is picking the Wizards. So we talked about this in correlation to all the games. All you have to do is say you can pick any one of them. Let's do Knicks Pistons. You can do to win. You can bet on the amount of points scored in the games by both teams. I'm not really sure what handicapped win is. Dan can break that down a little bit. First half points. And
handicap is spread.
It's the spread. Okay.
Spread. Yeah.
So anytime you see a team, Mark, if you can see on the screen right here, that is minus, that means they're the favorite. If they're plus, that means they're the underdogs. And that means they're not likely to win. I'm not picking my bets based off that, based on my sports knowledge and watching these teams this year. The Pistons are one of the worst teams in the league. They're coming off a back-to-back, and the Knicks are fresh. They haven't played in a minute, and they have legs. Basically, like they have energy because they didn't play last night. So I'm going to take the Knicks. This right here is
to win.
To win. This is building my ticket. So I'm betting that the Knicks will win. In prop builder, you have to do multiple picks so you can build that parlay. So right now, I have a straight bet. As we go, I can fill out more legs. So let's go Celtics, Hawks. Celtics, one of the best teams in the league. They're favored by 10.5. I'm going to take Boston to win. So now, Mark, what is that?
That's
minus 417.
This is a 2-leg parlay, but this is the thing about taking like a lopsided games is that like if a team's obviously like the Celtics and the Knicks are obviously going to win, your payout's going to suck. So that means if I bet $50, I'd win $12. You don't want shit like that if you're doing a parlay. So as I go,
those are good building blocks for
Yes.
like a bigger parlay. You want to
Yep.
put a bunch of things that are gonna happen and maybe something that you're a little questionable is gonna happen.
Yep. So going through this, I like the Mavs over the Jazz. I'm going to do like a little lotto ticket right now, which means I'm going to do a lot of picks just so I can express it to you. Denver over the Grizzlies. I'm going to stick away from Spurs, Suns, and Nets, Raptors. So that's pretty much what I'm liking. I have 5 legs. That's kind of a lot. Plus 100. What?
Take the Cavs.
Right around the Cavs? Yeah, Cavs over the Hornets.
Cavs. Yeah.
So a 6-leg.
Right,
Plus
135. Much better.
So I want to touch on unit size before I place that bet with Mark, even though I got to kind of get back to it in a minute because it's 650. Dan, teach him about unit size, what a unit is.
All right. Generally, fucking generalization here. Your betting unit is the amount that you put on each bet. Like, one unit is 10% of your bankroll. So if you have a $200 bankroll, that's what you have in your betting account. You have $200. $20 is that's your unit size. That's how you keep yourself in the game and not lose all your money right away. So
I'm always betting 20?
Yeah, if you have that in your account. The same thing goes with fucking if you have 100, you're always betting 10. You're supposed to bet 10. If you have fucking what your brother has, you should be throwing $100 on each fucking bet. That's just, again, how you continue making money. Because eventually you're going to get to a point to where you get stagnant if you're still betting $15, $20, $25 bets. You got to fucking put it up if you want to make more fucking money, which is easier to do when you have $1,100 in your fucking betting account.
So that's kind of like where I'm at right now as I place this bet. I'll show you. So the odds for this bet, like if you have like a high odd, like plus 1,000, that means if I place $100, I'll win $1,000. Usually my bets majoritively have been like 3 to 4 legs minus my straight bets. And I place like 25 to win 120. And that's usually what I've been building my bankroll off of. So I'm going to ask Dan's advice right now as I'm still a new sports bettor. And I'm going to ask him. So Dan, this is with all these picks, it is plus 135. It is a lot of legs for me personally to consider putting $100 on it. But if I did put 100, my payout would be 235. So that means I'd win $135. Do you think this is a smart bet being 6 legs? I'm not really sure.
No, it's not.
I
Because
don't
anything could happen in the NBA. But that's why, like, when it's a parlay, I would probably put no less than like 40 on it. I mean, just to be like frank with you. And I think anything under 100 is kind of pointless. But if you're around it, I feel like that's fine. Odds are these are all going to hit. We've watched these teams all season, but you never want to put $100 on a fucking, unless you got a big fucking bankroll, you got 10,000 in there, put $100 on a fucking parlay.
Yeah.
But when you're sitting here right now, I split the part. So here's what I do. I take my unit size, it's 100. I split it in half for a parlay. I just always do, because I just don't like the risk. Even if I'm adding one leg, I'm fucking dicking myself out a lot of percentage points that it'll possibly happen. So just be smart. If you're taking this parlay, because it's only plus 135, I would just run it at 40. That's fine. I expect this to hit. But what I would love to do is I would really like to break this down to 3 picks that I really fucking like. And then I'd like to put like a hockey shot on top of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like something that's going to take those odds and stretch it.
Yeah, so Mark, so now I'm going to add in a player prop. A player prop is where I'm not betting on a game. It's where I'm betting on a player to do something. Like we talked about shots on goal. You can bet on a simple one like Sean O'Malley to win by knockout, or Steph Curry to score 30 points. That's a player prop. So I'm going to take out a couple of these. I'm going to keep the Celtics. I am going to keep the Cavs. I'm going to take out Denver. I'm going to take out Dallas. And which one? Knicks, Celtics, Bulls, or Cavs? Who should I take out?
Take out the fuck. I don't know. I think actually maybe the Celtics there.
I wonder if my odds will be better.
Probably will. Yeah, that's great. That's a good starting point with those 3.
Okay. So then on my picks, basically what I've showed you guys, only 2 games tonight for hockey shots. If I had some basketball props, I want to get a basketball content creator on here. I'm going to go back to the well with Eichel again and see how that boosts my odds. Plus 124 with a 4-leg. Okay. And then I want to look at JT Miller real quick. I might take another leg off. JT Miller over 2.5. So now that I've added in some more variables, my odds have just jumped to 343 now, Mark. So I have a 5-leg with 343. So I put 40 to win 94 before with a bunch of legs. I had 6. Now I'm at 5. And I could put 40 to win 177. So now I can dial back my unit size. And I'm comfortable with this because on top of this, I can throw. Yeah. Let's do 25 so I can get to 110. And then let's throw 15 on each of these. So that's 25, 35, 45, 50. That's $55 in bets right here. Culminate that, place them all, and then I'll place the straights as well. So that's minus 25, and then I'll submit the 2 straight bets. That's minus 30. If it'll go. Yep, confirm. Lock in, baby.
I feel really good about this too. Now that I got two sources of income to work with,
it helps a lot. And then I'm just gonna clean this up with a. I really like that 275. I wonder if I can take some NHL here.
Are you guys saying you don't like to pull out because you like to grow your accounts and make more money? I'm gonna be the type of dude who likes to pull out.
Yeah, but like you also, it's important. Like if I could put it in like a perspective for you, like you want to, like I would advise Rocky to pull out $545 and keep his bankroll at 500, and then like every week, everything over 500, I'd pull out above that. So pick your number. If it's 150, it's 150. Anytime you get over 150. If it's like you're at 250, 350, some shit like that, draw back to 150 and just keep enough to keep your skin in the game. Like you don't. The biggest thing is with this, you want to put in once and then you just want to eat off of it continuously. Like you don't want to take all of it out because then that eliminates your third. This is like a second job here. Like the amount of money that your brother's making is literally like he's working a second job by making bets. So like. It is important to keep this fucking account stocked, so to speak.
Okay.
I usually have 200 to 500 in each account that I have. That's what I like to have.
And how many accounts do you have?
I have a lot of accounts. Let's just put it that way. Hey, listen, I search for fucking you got to have a lot of accounts if you want to search for the best lines. That's how you're going to make the most money. I got to have access to all the
So when you mean a
lines.
different account, does that mean like, okay, FanDuel over here and then like so different
ESPN,
accounts, Barstool?
FanDuel, DraftKings, fucking everything. Points bet and shit like that. I got fucking Bet 365. I got fucking everything, dude. Bet MGM.
And what would you
Caesars.
say is the best out of all of them?
I love Bet 365 right now. I think it's fucking great. They have great fucking bonuses too.
So after I get my feet wet with FanDuel, it'd be good to go over there.
Yeah. That's one where like I keep money in that account and because I trust, like I like them. They pay out quick. They have great fucking bonuses and shit like that, and they work with you way better lines than most of the books anyways too, and a good platform. Like that's what I'm looking for. I want like a good fucking like sports betting app. I don't have to keep signing in and fucking verifying where I am and shit. That shit's annoying. FanDuel does it way too fucking much, but they give you a high amount of bets like right up front, ready to go.
Is Wembanyama not playing?
I don't know.
I don't think he's
You don't see
playing.
him? Well, then I love the fucking Suns.
Yeah, he's not playing.
Fucking bang the Suns.
Yep.
They're going to suck.
I kind of like KD over 24.5.
I don't know. I don't like that as much as I like the fucking Suns spread. I put their spread on something. They're going to fucking.
I got 1 minute to place this on. Mark, I'll play some. This is called a lotto ticket. Basically, you put like $10 or something small. Jesus Christ, these odds are so shot. Let me add in the hockey one. NHL. Don't go. So basically, yeah, Mark, right when the game starts, you're kind of fucked. I'm going to take JT Miller. $6.50. Okay, cool. Plus $10 for 75. Place. Will the game start? Yes. Okay, so that's Mark. So this is called a lotto ticket where you put a bunch of legs together and you put a little bit of money in.
Yep.
So that is basically how it works. And you can bet every sport. Here, UFC, MMA.
Yeah, I want to look at UFC.
UFC 300.
Yeah.
That's the next big one, I think.
Yep.
Bobby Green versus Jim Miller. Let's go to the main cards. Hold on.
Oh, yeah, go down.
Pereira versus Hill.
Pereira's going to absolutely annihilate him.
Gaethje versus Holloway. Gaethje's the favorite.
Yeah, I was about to. Well, Gaethje's, I don't know. I like Max Holloway. I feel like Max
Do
Holloway.
He's plus 190.
I definitely do not like Max Holloway there.
No, I do see Gaethje winning that though.
And Mark, let me tell you.
Yeah, Max
Mark
is going up in weight class too. I don't like
Mark,
that.
Mark, you think watching UFC is fun just normally? Wait till you got a fucking parlay going.
So can I see how you would set one up? You don't
So
have
say
to do it, but like, can you like show me?
Say if I liked Max Holloway plus 190.
Nah, go Gaethje.
Okay, well, it kind of just took me there. Hold on. Okay, so ready? I'll show you the difference between odds. It's in the bottom right of the screen. So then I'll take Gaethje too. So these are singles. These are straight bets. So since get Holloway right here is plus 190, if I bet, let's say 50, and Holloway won, I'd win 95. But watch, because Gaethje's the favorite, they're going to give you less money because he's more likely to win. If I put 50 here, I'd win 20. So that's the different.
So would you even bet on this, Dan?
Would I even bet on what?
The Gaethje versus Max Holloway.
No, I'd find a different angle. So my thing about if you go get rid of those bets, so that it doesn't look like they have any of the props up. But what I like to do is I like to go through the card, pick the most lopsided events that I think like a game script from my point of view, how it's going to go down. Like, let's say I really like Cody Garbrandt against Davison Figueiredo. But I know Cody Garbrandt isn't going to win by submission. He's not going to win by fucking wrestle fucking him. He's going to win by knockout most likely because he has hands. So like, if I like Cody Garbrandt, I'm going to say, hey, listen, Davidson usually fucking gasses out after the first or second. If Cody can withstand that, maybe in the late second, third round, he can knock him out. So then I would take Cody Garbrandt by KO in the second and third round, and those bets would be like plus fucking, it would be astronomical. It'd be like plus 1,300. So $50 to win fucking 650. It would be absolutely insane. So
you can bet on the election?
Yeah, absolutely.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Wait, Michelle Obama's running?
She's gonna.
Get her the fuck out of here.
Hey, listen. She's the dark horse, buddy. That's not racist either. She is the dark horse. No, I'm telling you, plus 2,000 ain't bad odds. No, it's not bad odds. Plus 2,000 ain't fucking bad odds, dude.
So Mark, listen. So you can bet on Joe Biden to win for plus 130, which means you turn 50 into like 85 or so. You can bet on Donald Trump minus 115, so you'd bet 50 to win like 40. Or you can bet on somebody like Robert Kennedy Jr., which is JFK's like nephew, for plus 4,000. Let me show you what a plus 4,000 bet does. So if you bet $5, you'd win 200. If you bet 50, you'd win 2,000. But the likelihood of that happening is fucking absurd.
Yeah, he ain't gonna win.
Like, hold on, wait. Well, I didn't know this many people run. Hold on, wait. Is Kanye on here? Mark Cuban.
These aren't real.
Yeah, they are. People think he's gonna run.
Bill Gates, The Rock,
Kanye,
Dave Portnoy.
Hey, they think he's gonna run. They think Bill Gates.
Kanye West. I'm gonna put 500 on Kanye to win 500,000. Get the fuck out of here. Winning party, Republican, Democrat, or any other. There's no way any other will ever win. Republican vice president. Now, this is something we can bet on.
Yeah, go to Vivek and put fucking 10, 15 bucks on Vivek.
This is insane, right?
Vivek, the Russian?
Ramaswamy. He's not Russian. He's Indian, you fucking weirdo.
15 to win 300?
Fucking run that. He's going to fucking win it.
Tucker Carlson.
That's not a good one. He's not going to win it.
Cuban.
He ain't going to win
Peyton Manning.
Peyton Manning. Yep. Dana White plus 50,000. Yeah, Jesus. Hey, don't fucking fuck around.
I know. Could you imagine if I placed that?
Yeah, that'd be crazy.
Donald Trump popular vote to be Republican nominee and win 45.01% of the top 50% of the popular vote. Democratic candidate Michelle Obama, Hillary Clinton, Kamala Harris. This is crazy.
All right, get off this shit.
Okay. Yeah, but Mark, seriously, any questions about like sports or what you can bet on or anything that you want to touch on?
I just want to know the quickest way I can get the most money in my FanDuel account.
Wait, where's the 3-way? There we go. The quickest way you can get the most money in your FanDuel account is by like putting in like $100 and then like tailing my 4-leg bets or 5-leg bets or Dan's 4-leg bets or 5-leg bets and putting like 15 on a 5-leg that like we think is like a lock, and you'll turn 15 to 125 like that.
Yep.
All right.
So when you get some disposable income, you can really, really like it. Mark, really, honestly, as much as it's called gambling, dude, in all reality, you're just making a financial investment. You have any thoughts? Anything to say?
I'm excited to see where Degen takes me. I'll tell you.
You see, the excitement is palpable. The kid is on fire right now. He's looking great, feeling great. He's ready to make some money. Listen, this has been just the start to the madness. I really foresee in the very near future Mark calling me and saying he's gotten in very deep with a bookie and he's concerned about his well-being. I can't wait for that moment personally because I've done it. Yeah. I've been there.
That's the last
I'll
thing
be here.
No.
As you saw on your brother's account, he can cover all gambling losses you need.
No, I can't.
Everything's going to be okay,
yes,
baby.
Mark,
Everything's going to be okay.
Listen to me. No. Mark, listen to me. You are never allowed to gamble with someone who runs a book like that you have to owe money to. Because you ever seen Rocky? Obviously,
yeah,
where Rocky's collecting money for people. What do you think he's doing? That's like a shark that he's collecting money for. So if you make a bet with someone who owns a book that's in Connecticut and you're like, yeah, I want the Celtics money line, $500, and you miss and you owe that dude $500 and you don't come and pay up, he will beat the fucking shit out of you and break your legs.
Well, I'll tell you what. I currently owe a lot of people money, and they still haven't got me.
Dan, you know how many people? I was just thinking about that. You know how many people have probably been saved by like them legalizing online sports betting, so they don't have to go through like people. Your mic's muted. Your mic is muted.
You're muted, Dan.
God damn it. Anyways, yeah. No, I'm sure it saved a lot of people, and we're going to save your brother next. You know, he just got saved by Christ, and now Double Down Dan's going to save him with gambling money.
Yeah, because Mark, I know you're kind of like, oh, this will be cool when we get you to. So what we'll do is from this point on, just check in with me, and I'll also Dan, can I sign him up for Bovada and like put some money in his account so I can get like a free money play bet thing?
Dude, you get 200%
of what he deposits.
Yeah, so if he deposits 100 and you use Bitcoin, you get an extra 75, so you get like 275 if you put in 100 for him.
Mark, if I put $100 in your Bovada, will you do that?
I'm down, but I don't like you taking any percentages of anything involving me, buddy. All right?
You're a fucking ass. I'm giving
you.
No,
it would. Hey, whoa, wait. He would get money in his own account separate from your shit.
Then you can just route that back to me, right?
Mark, I'm
absolutely not. Don't fucking push it. He's routing it back to me where it belongs. All right.
Mark, I'm gonna get you set up on Bovada. I should honestly write it back to Dan. I'm gonna get you on Bovada and use a referral link.
What do you think? I did it with Rebecca like 4 times already.
What do you mean 4 times?
What?
I didn't.
It's like 4 different accounts.
Okay, so let me get my first Bovada referral from Mark.
Do it. I don't know why you haven't done it. I'd set one up in Kevin's name, Caroline's name. I'd be setting them up in everybody's fucking name, dude. It's free money.
Is that money I can't pull out until I profit off of it?
Yeah.
So I'd have to so if I saw my account had like $1,275 in it, say if it went down to 1,000, is there $275 of my money gone, or is it?
It's all bonus money.
Okay, cool. Okay,
and you bet with
Mark,
it first.
Before you leave, I'm gonna set you up a Vada account and get you some money in your account. That'll be perfect. Get a free fucking $275 for me.
What, we doing that right now?
What?
We getting that cracking right now?
Right when the stream's over. Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally about that. So we are at 7 o'clock. Hopefully you guys locked in some bets. TikTok's been going crazy. Thank you for all 30 of you watching on Twitter, whoever the fucking many it is. I saw there's a lot of people on there. We just added a link tree to our description. So if you want to tail with us on TikTok, get in our free Discord because we give out every pick on Discord, not just the ones we give out on stream. All in the fucking bio. You can check us out on YouTube and subscribe and all that good shit. We're in a great spot. We're hitting all the time. We're hitting constantly. I just fucking bamboozled Twitter and wiggled my way into being able to stream again.
Don't celebrate too much. Don't celebrate too much. Take it easy.
You're like, what? Delete.
Yeah, fucking, we're done. Shut them down. Hey, and I also want to say, parlay of the day, when we do have one, will be only on Twitter. We will not release that here. Yeah. Or sorry, Discord. My apologies. Yep.
No,
we'll only release it on Discord. We are like 9-1 in parlays of the day, 3-4 legs a piece.
Yeah,
just fucking pay attention to that. They're fucking good. Money shit, especially during NFL season. So get on the fucking Discord. We're not charging you anything. Just get in there. Just fucking get in there.
Our parlays of the day, especially during football season, were absolute fucking game changers. Like this was one of our parlays of the day, Mark. We would so like most content creators, Mark, give out picks and then people have to like build their own parlays. We said, hey, put all these picks together because we placed them and you can place them and they will hit. And this is just an example of one. 50 to win $400. Fucking bang. Snipe. Unbelievable. Like Mark, let me enlighten you real quick, okay?
That's our parlay of the day. We got $50 to win a clean 400. $50 to win 400. We took the best picks out of all our picks and we made a little lay. Smashed it out the fucking park. Look at Jake Browning. He was projected to get 233 yards. We smashed the over for 335. Devonta Smith, 5 receptions. Jahmyr Gibbs, 80 and fucking 20. And Dak Prescott had 2 passing TDs. Are you seeing this?
Oh my god.
Hold on, let me hit the display.
It's just so sexy.
Fucking 11-3. And that's
3 for 3 last night with Jordan Love, Matthew Stafford, and Jared Goff.
Our parlay of the day. So we are officially
6-1.
we're 6-1 on our parlays of the day. So
What a fucking week.
Oh my god, dude, my Bovada has never looked prettier.
Yeah, so all that being said, dude, Mark, that's how you said, how do you grow your money the fastest? That's how you do it. You place parlays and straight bets and you clean up your spots. We're going to get into some TikToks here real quick and then we're going to be done for the day. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Appreciate I love seeing the Twitter community back on top, baby. Let me just tell you guys, it's so great to have you back. Real quick, wrapping up with TikToks and we'll get going here. Let me see what we got from the top. Let's do it.
Hey, and this episode's sponsored by Zins. Go and get you guys a fucking pack.
All right. Dan's like, yeah, let's go. All right. Here we go. We watched that already.
Come on, Rock.
Bringing out the flare tonight. Reaching there for me. Mexico left back, now Dest.
Yeah, assisting it, I'm in the minute, figuring that talk about money, but listen. I was spending my rest in the kitchen, got better myself on my body in kitchen. Call my brother to me on my submission, if I'm in the plan, you better just stick to it. You saying my girl, but you're dancing on laps, so bitches.
To that corner.
Other one. Where's the Tyler Adams goal?
Did you send it to me?
Yeah, fucking please.
Not
Find
TikTok.
that fucking goal.
Not on
God
TikTok.
damn it. Yo, you
I'll
gotta
pull
pull
it
up the
up.
Tyler Adams goal because that shit was fucking crazy.
Did you
dude.
watch?
Yeah, I fucking love soccer.
Mark, did you think he was a soccer fan?
Don't. Hey, listen. You don't know me. I'm like a fucking Renaissance man. All right. I like everything, baby.
Okay, let's see if you like this.
Good cheer for India Otto, the 5'9" sophomore out of Los Angeles. Did not
Vanessa
play
Bryant.
during Pac-12 play as Vanessa Bryant, and her girls look on. She has a tight
Kobe's wife,
relationship
Mark.
with the Bryant family, Mary.
Yeah, they were good friends with Kobe, and
Man,
he
Kobe
told
be so
India,
proud,
you might
bro.
not play,
Fuck.
but be a great teammate. Be a big, be
Girl
a
played with his
part of a
fucking-
program, and that's
played with his
exactly
daughter
what
on,
she
like,
did.
every
And why
AAU
she
team.
got the reception that she did.
How long has Kobe been gone for? 5 years? 3 years? 4 years?
Yep.
And she gets the bucket.
All right, P.
One of the loudest cheers
Put it
of
in,
all
baby.
time when India Otto comes onto the floor, the former walk-on who earned herself a scholarship, and the crowd went nuts. Otto, three ball, you betcha! Living the
Nasty.
dream.
Kobe. Kobe.
This crowd is going
You gotta love this fucking team, man. You gotta love this fucking team.
4-point margin, and they are electrified by Otto. And did a
They
huge
fucking
block.
slapped this team. We
Yeah,
got big
Mark, this
tickets
is-
on them.
This is a huge tournament for college basketball. It's called March Madness, where like every team playing for a
To give
championship is
some more
fucking
in it,
insane.
as Vanessa
It's not like some
Bryant
average game. Like it's
also
like the playoffs.
loving it.
Puts it on the floor.
Yeah, that's basically it. But you gotta pull up that Tyler Adams goal. I gotta say.
All right, let me get through the rest of these and I'll pull it up. Pick the entire NBA slate for 50 cents in a hit. 53 cents to win $1,000.
No fucking way.
We hit off a buzzer beater.
No way.
Mark's like, how do I
Imagine that shit, dude. 50 cents.
cents to win $1,000? All right, let me just roll through the last clip right here, and then I'll pull up the clip and we'll get going here. This is just that dude who yells about coaching. We'll watch it for 30 seconds.
Tom Izzo is one of the biggest frauds and a total loser. This guy, and there's never accountability with this moron. Let's dive in. First of all, no. Back to the baseline. We're underneath. We're battling for a position right here. Look at this. Both Michigan State players back to the opposite side of the floor and back to the sidelines. So as Armando Baycott runs through these cross screens right here, someone has got to jam him and knock him off his spot so that Jackson Kohler can get on the other side. No one touches him. That's coaching. That's crap. Look where he's touching this. Right on the block. Just put 2 on the board. Stagger screen. Hey, phony fraud Izzo. Here's how you guard it. Hall of Famer. I'm going over the first, under the second. And Hall has to be attached to the screener with his arms extended.
I love that fucking dude. He absolutely goes off. So I just realized our Instagram stream feed ended because they stop after an hour. So that was a good Instagram live. We had about like 15 to 20 people in there. Appreciate all of y'all. Instagram is at Degen Fantasy Premium. TikTok is at Degen Fantasy Bets. Or no, that's Twitter. Degen Fantasy Bets. TikTok is at Degen Fantasy. Every platform, Degen Fantasy, Twitch, all that. All right, so we're going to get into the last clip of the day. Dan, tell me what it is so I can look it up.
Hold on. It's Tyler Adams' goal versus Mexico. You got to watch this fucking shit. It's absolutely incredible.
And Dan, do you ever get phone calls from Bovada? Because Bovada calls me a lot.
Yeah, I used to before they started to hate me. So,
Tyler Adams' goal versus Mexico.
Yeah, hold on. I'm sending it to you on the fucking Degen page right now. I just sent it to you.
Is it the free kick?
No, it's not a free kick. It's just it looks like a free kick, but it's actually in game.
I think I got it right here. I got to airdrop it if I do it through TikTok.
We'll pull it up regardless because it's amazing.
Yeah.
Started for the U.S. in 470.
This one?
Yeah. Watch this fucking shot.
Is back.
Oh my god. Dude, that's like 30 yards out, too.
75 days.
Wow.
Through this fucking legs, dude. A fucking laser.
Jesus, that's a sight. Look where he placed it.
Tyler Adams is
Through that fucking defender's sliding legs, too.
That is fucking crazy. What is this? It's not World Cup, right?
No, this is the League of Nations with the USA soccer team won it again for like the second year in a row.
Wow.
Smacking Mexico.
Wow. Fucking incredible. All right, so I think that's the show, ladies and gentlemen. Appreciate you tuning in on Twitter, on fucking YouTube, Instagram, all that good shit. Lastly, if you are on Twitter, our new link trees in our bio that has our Discord, that has our TikTok, that has literally everything. You want to check it out in tail. The Discord is where we are giving out our exclusive parlays of the day, all free. TikTok, you're getting the free daily picks every once in a while, mostly to wins in the NBA. And everything else, yeah, just tune in, tail, and make money with us. We're going to be documenting Mr. Young Church Boy's fucking Young Church Boy's.
Church Boy. That's fucking great, buddy.
I love that.
YCP right there, baby.
We're going to document his process on his way to making his first 1,000 in sports betting. Mark, do you actually think you can make $1,000 in sports betting?
I'll tell you what, with a leader like Dan and a bitch for a brother like Rocky, I'll tell you, the sky, the moon is, the sky is the ceiling. You know what I mean?
Damn, I guess you don't want $100 in your Bovada account. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that should do it. We're going to be live again on Thursday. I'm pretty sure. So we're going to get into it on Thursday and break down picks and the slate of games for the day. Appreciate y'all. Check you later. Much love. Peace.